Have you ever walked into a room and noticed that your dog's entire demeanor changes the second they spot you? It is not just about the tail wagging or the excited barking. It is something deeper, a subtle shift in their energy that they do not show to anyone else in the world. Dogs are incredibly social creatures, and they are polite to almost everyone they meet, but they reserve a very specific set of behaviors for one special person. Being a dog's favorite human is not just about who hands out the treats or who goes on the longest walks. It is about a soul-deep connection that has been built over thousands of hours of shared experiences. Today, we are going to dive into the 10 things dogs do only with their favorite human, and by the end of this, you might just realize that you are the center of your dog's entire universe. The very first sign, and perhaps the most heart-melting one, is the eyebrow raise. Now, this might sound like a small thing, but science has actually looked into this. Researchers in Japan found that when dogs see their primary caregiver, or their favorite person, they immediately lift their eyebrows, especially the left one. This is not a random muscle twitch. It is a specific facial expression triggered by the intense emotional surge they feel when they see you. When they meet a stranger or someone they are just okay with, their facial movement is significantly less pronounced. But when you walk through that door after a long day at work, that little upward shift of their brow is their way of saying that their heart is full. It is an involuntary physical reaction to the joy of your presence. So the next time you come home, do not just look at the tail. Look at those eyes and those brows. If they are dancing, you are definitely the favorite. Moving on to the second sign, we have what is affectionately known as the lean of love. We have all experienced this. You are standing in the kitchen, perhaps doing the dishes or making a sandwich, and suddenly you feel a heavy weight against your calves. Your dog has just walked up and leaned their entire body weight against you. To a casual observer, it might look like they are just being lazy or looking for a scratch, but in the canine world, this is a massive display of trust and affection. Dogs only lean on people they feel completely safe with. By putting their weight on you, they are essentially saying that you are their rock. They are looking for physical contact because your touch calms their nervous system. It is their version of a hug, and they do not just give those out to anyone. If your dog ignores everyone else in the room just to come and press themselves against your legs, take it as a huge compliment. You are their safe harbor in a big, confusing world. The third sign is something that might actually be a little bit inconvenient for you, but it is a major indicator of your status in their life, and that is the post-meal snuggle. In the wild, after a wolf or a wild dog eats, their primary focus is survival and protection. However, a domesticated dog that feels completely secure will often seek out their favorite person immediately after finishing their dinner. This is the ultimate sign of relaxation and gratitude. They have satisfied their most basic instinctual need, which is food, and now they want to spend their most contented moments with you. If your dog finishes their bowl and immediately runs over to jump on the couch next to you or rest their chin on your knee, they are telling you that you are more important to them than the meal they just ate. They want to share their state of fullness and happiness with you and nobody else. It is a beautiful ritual that reaffirms your bond every single day. For our fourth sign, we have to talk about the legendary intense eye contact. Now, normally in the animal kingdom, staring is a sign of aggression or a challenge. If you stare down a strange dog, they will likely get uncomfortable and look away. But with their favorite human, the rules of nature completely change. When your dog looks at you with those soft, relaxed, liquid eyes, they are actually releasing oxytocin, the same chemical that bonds human mothers to their babies. This is not just a look of expectation, hoping for food. It is a look of pure, unadulterated love. Scientists have actually mapped the brains of dogs during these staring sessions, and the reward centers light up like a Christmas tree. If your dog maintains long, peaceful eye contact with you while you are just hanging out, they are literally eye-hugging you. They are soaking in your essence and reinforcing the emotional bridge between your two species. It is a level of intimacy that a dog will never share with a stranger or even a secondary family member. The fifth sign is one that many owners might find a bit gross, but it is actually a very high honor, and that is your dog bringing you their kill. Now, in a modern home, this usually takes the form of a soggy, slobbery stuffed animal or a squeaky ball. You might think they just want to play fetch, and sometimes they do, but often they are not trying to start a game. They will bring the toy over, drop it at your feet or right on your lap, and then just stand there wagging their tail. They are presenting you with a gift. In their mind, that toy is a valuable resource. By giving it to you, they are acknowledging your status as the leader and their favorite companion. They are sharing their joy and their possessions with you because they trust you implicitly. They want you to be as happy with the toy as they are. It is a gesture of profound generosity in the dog world. Now let's move on to the sixth sign, which is a bit more subtle, and it involves their sleeping habits. Does your dog insist on sleeping in your bedroom, perhaps even right next to your side of the bed? Dogs are pack animals, and in the wild, the pack sleeps together for warmth and protection. When your dog chooses to sleep near you, they are making themselves vulnerable. They are trusting you to guard them while they are unconscious, and they are also offering to guard you. But the real sign that you are the favorite is if they choose to sleep with their back pressed against you. In the wild, the back is the most vulnerable part of the body. By sleeping back to back with you, or with their back touching your leg, they are saying they trust you to have their six. They feel so secure in your presence that they can let their guard down completely. It is a deep, ancient form of bonding that dates back to the very first wolves that sat by human campfires. The seventh sign is one that is very touching, and that is their ability to sense and respond to your moods. Have you ever noticed that when you are feeling down, stressed, or even just a little under the weather, your dog is the first one there? They do not just come over for a pat, they change their entire behavior to match your needs. If you are crying, they might lick away your tears. If you are stressed, they might bring you their favorite toy to cheer you up. This level of empathy is not something they show to everyone. They are so tuned into your specific scent and body language that they can read your emotions better than most humans can. They care about your well-being because your happiness is directly tied to theirs. They want their favorite person to be okay, and they will do everything in their power to provide comfort. This emotional synchronization is the hallmark of a truly special relationship. Sign number 8 is the Velcro dog behavior during times of uncertainty. Imagine you are in a new place, like a park you have never been to, or you have a house full of noisy guests. Who does your dog look for? A dog will always gravitate toward their favorite person when they feel overwhelmed or unsure. Even if other people are offering treats or calling their name, the dog will keep one eye on you at all times. They use you as a secure base, a psychological term meaning they feel they can explore the world as long as they know you are there to back them up if things get scary. If your dog constantly checks in with you by looking back during walks or staying within a few feet of you in strange environments, it is because they trust your judgment above all others. You are their guide through the chaos of life. The ninth sign is a very specific type of greeting. We all know the frantic, chaotic greeting dogs give when anyone walks through the door. But with the favorite human, the greeting is different. It is more intense, and it lasts longer. A dog greeting their favorite person often involves what we call the entire body wag. Their tail isn't just moving, their whole body is wiggling from the shoulders down. They might make soft whistling or whining noises, and they often try to get as close to your face as possible to scent you. They want to know where you have been and what you have been doing. This greeting is not just about excitement. It is about a profound sense of relief that you are back. For a dog, your absence is a gap in their world, and your return is the highlight of their day. If they leave a half-eaten bowl of high-value food just to come and wiggle at you, there is no doubt about it. You are the one. Finally, we reach the 10th sign, and it is perhaps the most selfless one of all. The sigh of contentment. Have you ever been sitting quietly with your dog, perhaps reading a book or watching a movie, and your dog just lays their head on you and lets out a long, deep sigh? This is not a sign of boredom. In dog language, this is the ultimate expression of peace. It means they feel so safe, so loved, and so perfectly situated in their life that they can let out all their tension. They only do this when they are with the person they trust most in the world. It is their way of saying, everything is right with the world because I am here with you. It is a moment of pure, quiet connection that transcends words. Understanding these 10 signs is so important because it helps us appreciate the complexity of our dogs' emotional lives. They are not just simple animals driven by hunger. They are capable of incredibly deep attachments and nuanced communication. When a dog chooses you as their favorite, it is an honor that should never be taken for granted. It means you have provided them with the consistency, the kindness, and the security they need to thrive. You have become more than just an owner. You have become their partner. Think about the history of dogs and humans. For over 30,000 years, we have been evolving together. We have shaped each other. Dogs have actually developed specific muscles around their eyes just to communicate with us. They have learned to read our pointing gestures, something even chimpanzees struggle with. This connection is baked into their DNA. But even with that genetic predisposition, the individual bond you have with your dog is unique. It is built on every walk you took when you were tired, every time you shared a piece of your crust, and every time you comforted them during a thunderstorm. A lot of people ask, how can I become my dog's favorite? And while there is no magic switch, it usually comes down to three things: quality time, consistent communication, and being the source of all things good. Quality time does not just mean being in the same room. It means active engagement. Training sessions, interactive play, and grooming are all ways to show your dog that you are invested in them. Consistent communication means your dog knows what to expect from you. If your rules change every day, they will feel anxious. But if you are a steady, predictable leader, they will naturally gravitate toward you for security. And of course, being the source of good things is vital. This is not just about treats. It is about being the person who brings the fun, the person who provides the safety, and the person who gives the best belly rubs. Dogs are very observant. They know who the fun person is. But more importantly, they know who the reliable person is. Often, the favorite human is not the most high-energy person in the house, but the most consistent one. The one who understands their signals and respects their boundaries. If you find that you are the favorite human, you might also notice that your dog follows you from room to room. This is often called shadowing. While it can sometimes be a bit much when you are just trying to use the bathroom in peace, remember why they are doing it. In their mind, the pack stays together. They do not want to miss a single moment of your life. They want to be there for the big things and the small things. They want to be the first to know if you are moving to a different chair or if you are heading toward the kitchen. It is a sign of immense devotion. Another interesting aspect of being the favorite is the way a dog will listen to you versus everyone else. You might notice that when someone else gives a command, the dog takes a few seconds to decide if they want to do it. But when you speak, they snap to attention. This is not just because of training. It is because of the desire to please you. They value your opinion and your approval more than anyone else's. They want to be good for you because your bond is the most important thing in their world. It is also worth mentioning that being a favorite human brings a lot of responsibility. Because your dog is so tuned into you, they will mirror your emotions. If you are anxious, they will likely become anxious too. If you are calm and confident, they will feel safe. By being the favorite, you have the power to influence your dog's mental health in a massive way. You are their emotional anchor. When life gets chaotic, they look to you to see how they should feel. Have you ever noticed your dog watching you while you sleep? It can be a little creepy if you wake up and see them just staring at you from the foot of the bed, but it's actually another sign of their protective nature toward their favorite person. They are essentially standing guard. They are making sure that their most precious resource, you, is safe while you are in a vulnerable state. It is a silent, overnight watch that they perform out of pure love. Let's talk a bit more about the lean. There is actually a physical component to this that is quite fascinating. When a dog leans on you, they are often seeking a form of pressure therapy. Much like how humans use weighted blankets to calm anxiety, dogs use the physical weight of their favorite human to feel grounded. By pressing themselves against you, they are essentially using your body to soothe their own nervous system. It is a beautiful example of how our two species can provide physical and emotional support to one another without a single word being spoken. And how about the way they react to your scent? For a dog, scent is everything. Your favorite human carries a scent that is like a warm blanket to a dog. This is why, if you leave the house, your dog might go and sit on your dirty laundry or sleep on your side of the bed. They are surrounding themselves with your essence because it makes them feel like you are still there. They don't do this with the laundry of a stranger or even a guest they like. They do it with your things because your scent is the smell of home and safety. I also want to touch on the play bow. While dogs will play bow to almost anyone to initiate a game, the play bow they give their favorite human is usually more exaggerated and accompanied by what we call zoomies. When they are with you, they feel free to be their most goofy, energetic selves. They aren't worried about being proper or following strict rules in that moment. They just want to share their pure zest for life with their favorite partner in crime. If your dog gets a sudden burst of energy and starts running in circles around you the moment you step outside, it's a huge sign of their comfort and joy in your presence. We should also talk about the nose nudge. This is when your dog comes up and forcibly shoves their nose under your hand or into your side. It's their way of demanding your attention, but it's also a way of saying, "I'm here and I need you." They only do this with people they feel they have an equal footing with in terms of affection. They are inviting you into their space and asking you to acknowledge the bond. It's a very proactive form of communication that shows they view you as a true companion. The bond between a dog and their favorite human is one of the purest forms of love on this planet. It is a relationship that doesn't care about your bank account, what you look like, or what mistakes you've made at work. To your dog, you are the person who understands them, the person who keeps them safe, and the person who makes their life worth living. When they raise those eyebrows, lean against your legs, or sigh with contentment, they are giving you a gift that is rare and precious. As dog owners, our goal should always be to live up to the image our dogs have of us. They see us as these incredible, all-knowing, all-powerful beings who are capable of infinite kindness. While we know we are just flawed humans, we can strive to be the person our dog thinks we are. We can be patient when they make a mess. We can be present when they want to play, and we can be the steady hand they need when the world gets scary. If you have a dog who shows you these 10 signs, take a moment today to really appreciate it. Give them that extra long ear scratch, take them for that 5-minute longer walk, or just sit quietly with them and let them lean on you. These moments of connection are the building blocks of a life well lived for both of you. Dogs don't have a lot of time on this earth compared to us, and they spend almost every second of that time thinking about us, waiting for us, and loving us. Being the favorite human is not just a title, it's a commitment. It's a promise to be there for them in the same way they are there for us. It's about understanding that when they bring you that gross, slobbery toy, they are actually giving you a piece of their heart. When they follow you into the bathroom, they are just making sure you're okay. And when they stare into your eyes, they are literally falling in love with you all over again. Some dogs are naturally more independent, while others are Velcro dogs by nature. But the underlying theme is always the same: trust, security, and a deep-seated preference for your company over anyone else's. If you pay close attention to the small details of their behavior, you will see a world of communication that you might have missed before. Your dog's love is a constant in a world of change. When you have had a terrible day, when the world feels heavy, or when you feel like you can't get anything right, your dog is there to tell you that you are perfect in their eyes. They don't need you to be a supermodel or a millionaire. They just need you to be you. They need your scent, your voice, and your presence. That is the beauty of being a dog's favorite human. You don't have to earn it through grand gestures. You earn it through the small, consistent acts of love you show every single day. So, reflect on your relationship with your furry friend. Think about the way they look at you when you're getting ready to go out. Think about the way they greet you when you come home. Think about the way they settle down next to you at the end of a long day. All of these things are part of the incredible tapestry of your bond. It's a bond that transcends species and speaks to the very heart of what it means to be alive and connected. As you go about your day, keep these signs in mind. Does your dog lean on you while you're waiting for the elevator? Do they bring you their blanket when you're sitting on the porch? Do they give you that specific, intense eye contact when you're just talking to them? If so, cherish it. You have achieved something truly wonderful. You have earned the total devotion of a creature that loves without reservation. Being a dog's favorite is a journey that lasts a lifetime. From the puppy days of boundless energy and chewed-up shoes to the senior years of slow walks and gray muzzles, the bond only grows deeper. The trust becomes more ingrained, the communication becomes more intuitive, and the love becomes a steady, quiet hum in the background of your life. It is, quite simply, one of the best things about being human. Dogs remind us to live in the moment, to find joy in a simple ball, and to never underestimate the power of a good nap. But most of all, they remind us of the importance of loyalty. And when they choose you as their favorite, they are pledging that loyalty to you forever. It's a commitment that they honor with every wag, every lean, the one the dog looks for in a crowd, the one the dog chooses to sleep next to. You are a favorite human, and in the world of a dog, that is the most important job there is. Keep being that person. Keep providing that safety. And most importantly, keep loving them back with everything you've got. The world is a better place when we look at it through the eyes of our dogs, full of wonder, full of hope, and full of total, unwavering trust in the person standing right in front of them. In conclusion, your dog is constantly communicating with you. They are using their entire body, from their eyebrows to their tail, to tell you exactly how much you mean to them. By learning these 10 signs, you are opening up a new level of understanding with your best friend. You are moving beyond just being a provider and becoming a true soulmate to your canine companion. Take these lessons to heart and watch how your relationship continues to flourish. You've earned it, and your dog is more than happy to give it. Keep being the amazing human your dog thinks you are, and you will have a friend for life who will never, ever let you down.